Okay, girls, for this question we're going to have a quick look at translations. I've redrawn it from the exam that you had, so I've redrawn it just onto a darker grid so that you could see what it is that I do. The first thing was, from this shape we need to reflect it down. So that's telling us that along this line here we need to reflect that shape. One clue or one suggestion I have is, if you're able to actually cut the shape out, it makes life really easy to be able to just flip it without actually having to picture it in your mind. So if we have a look here, if I flip this down, it means this line here is going to come straight down here, and I end up with it going back there. The dot, of course, just flips over. So the flip is like a mirror image. So we're creating a mirror image straight down the middle from one side to the other. Then says to translate 4 squares right. That just means move that shape 4 squares to the right. So the easiest way again is if I take one of these lines, so in the case this one here, and I just count across 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then redraw the shape. So as I said, this line here has moved 1, 2, 3, 4. I've ended up with going across there, and again the dot stays in the same place. Then step 3, rotate around the dot 90 degrees clockwise. That means pretty much if I stuck a pin right in here, how would I actually turn it? So again, this line here, it ends up moving around clockwise 90 degrees. So I end up with this line being here, and you can see that I've got that little 90-degree angle there. So when that moves across, I've got this angle here, meaning it goes down there, and my dot in effect moves to that point there. And then the last one I had was to reflect up. So if I again, like a mirror image, reflect it up, my last shape ends up there. So the first one was reflect down, slide across 4 spots, rotate it around that point. So again, this one here rotates around 90 degrees. And as I showed you before, there's a little right angle here. And then I flip it up again, or reflect up. And the moment I reflect up, I end up with, oh, I actually made a mistake there. That should be there. So even teachers make mistakes sometimes. Right. And that's how to translate. If you need, or if you have any questions, come and ask with translations. I know it can be a little confusing, but please don't be embarrassed to come and ask. As I said, everyone makes mistakes, even me.